Hello, welcome back to Crafters TV. My name is Joe Remblance and we have got a fabulous craft-filled couple of hours coming up for you. It is Tuesday, of course, which means it is time for the launch party. So good afternoon if you're watching us in the UK and Europe, and good morning to all of our American viewers as well. The launch party is fast becoming your favourite show of the week. It's when we bring you brand new previews of things you're going to see coming up. It's when we maybe bring bring back products that we've just launched. We launched brand new deals for you as well on products that you absolutely love. So it is a fabulous show to tune in for, and there is absolutely loads coming up this week for you. So should we dive in and have a look? I'll tell you what, before we do that, something more important, someone even more important. Debbie Fisher is here. Hi, Debbie.
Hi, Joe. How's everyone? I'm good, and I can't wait to do launch party. It's my first launch party, so I've never done it before. So I've been really lucky to just have a look at some of the goodies. But what I'm loving at the moment, we've got some discovery kits coming up. So they're with the Aqua Blend pencils. They are amazing. You're getting the stamp with these and the Aqua Blend pencils plus an ink pad. So it's just to start you off on your journey, and you're going to be able to do some really fun things with them. And any Aqua Blend pencils, just being able to do these amazing things. So stay tuned and keep a watch, and we're going to show you lots of techniques that you can do with your watercolour pencils.
Looking forward to all of those wonderful demonstrations. Make sure you are popping on and letting me know that you're watching us this Tuesday. I'm monitoring the conversation on Crafters TV at the moment. So that is where you need to go and comment away. I can see Julia's in from Colorado, Carol's here. I see Sharon from Virginia, Sam's in Ohio, Jennifer in Greenville. Crystal is here from Pennsylvania, Cheryl from Niagara Falls. So good morning to everyone in America, and good afternoon to the rest of you, a lovely lot. Shall we dive in and get cracking with these deals? You'll be pleased to know I've got new trousers today. So I know there's a bit of an issue, of a wardrobe malfunction yesterday, if you were watching, that went on for most of the day. We've got a new pair today, so we're all good. I can do squats and lunges and everything today, not a problem whatsoever. We're going to crack on, and we're going to jump in with the Out of This World deal. Now, the Out of This World deal is something we bring to you. We can only bring it to you though for 24 hours, and it's usually a product that you absolutely love at a fantastic deal, and that's what we've done for you today. So it's 3 really essential card collections that you've got. So we've got, of course, craft card first, A4 in size, 50 sheets, 280 GSM on that. So you've got that one right there, which is fantastic. We are then going to give you another absolute essential, which is the matte black cardstock. And this is lovely. It is a real true black. Again, it's A4, 40 sheets of this, 300 GSM on that one. And then what we're going to give you is the really classy silver as well. And this is absolutely lovely. You've got glitter in here, you've got some mirror, and you've got matte mirror. You're going to get 30 sheets of that one. So you're going to get 40 sheets of that one. 50 sheets of that one, 90, 120 sheets in total. £23.50 if you are in the UK, £36.50 if you're in the US. However, it is only for 24 hours. We cannot hold that deal any more than 24 hours. So you'll need to be quick, and you'll need to grab that one whilst you can. Oh, this is a good one. I know a lot of you are at home at the moment and have a lot more time on your hands, and maybe you're looking for something new to do. Something we always do every single Tuesday is an explorer's kit. Now, this is the idea behind this, is that you're going to explore something new for the first time, and this is fabulous for allowing you to do that. I might even have a little go myself this afternoon. It's all going to start for you with these. These are the Aqua Blend watercolour pencils from Spectrum Noir, and they are absolutely beautiful. They are an artist grade watercolour pencil. Sarah's already showed you some techniques with these earlier in the week, so it's a great time to stock up on them. You're going to get 12 in here as well, and what you're going to get is you're going to get a cherry, you're going to get rustic red, tangerine, sunbeam, then sunflower, julep, forest green, ocean, Oxford blue, berry blush, and bubblegum. And they are absolutely gorgeous. The lovely Debbie's going to take us through a load of techniques with these. Just to get the pencils on their own for £24.50, I think if you were going into a high street art shop, I think you'd comfortably expect to pay that. But this is Crafters Companion. This is Crafters TV. We need to bring you the great deals, and that's what we've got. So we're going to give you a stamp as well. Now, the stamp's great because the great thing about the stamp is there's loads of open space in there for you to colour. It's a lovely rubber stamp that you've got. I'll just turn it around, you can see all the detail that you've got in there. So we're going to include that. Now, as it's a stamp, you're going to need something to stamp with, aren't you? So we're going to include one of our finesse waterproof dye inks, which is perfect to go with your pencils, and we're going to give you 15 sheets of watercolour card included as well. $24.50 gets you all of that, which is a fantastic, a really fantastic deal. It's basically like you're getting the ink pad completely free of charge, and all the other elements were on great prices as it was. I think we're going to be really, really busy on that one. So make sure you grab that one. Oh, something that recently launched. You launched yesterday here in the UK over on Create and Crafts, and it was super busy, are our lace edgeables. Edgeables always so popular because there's so much you can do with them. Of course, you can create an edge, you can put them onto a gatefold, you can do easel cards with them. There's loads that you can do. I'm gonna dismantle my display and show you these in a bit more detail because we've got a couple of different ways for you to get these. So I want you to see what you've got. So this one here, this is the ornate henna. The full bundle is on your screen. If I just switch it over as well, you can see in a bit more detail. Can you see how gorgeous that lovely, lovely detail is that you're getting there? The next one we have for you is heartfelt wishes, and you will again see that lovely detail that you've got. The lovely Debbie's going to take us through these in more detail as we go through the show. You've got traditional lace as well, and that's going to give you that real traditional lace finish. You've then got Edwardian rose, which is amazing, and again you've got that beautiful detail there. We're also going to give you butterfly lace, of course, gives you very, very beautiful butterfly detail within there. And then finally you've got Venetian scrolls as well, which gives you that lovely sort of almost like a Venetian mask, isn't it? It's gorgeous. All of those, you can get all of them for £42 if you're in the UK, or $65. Now, well, I haven't organised those very well, am I? There we are. Or $65. Now that is saving 30%, which is amazing considering we only just launched these yesterday. That is a fantastic deal on them. If you do want to, maybe you can't quite stretch to the full collection, or maybe you're not sure that you warrant having the whole collection in your crafty arsenal, I would say you always get the best value when you get the largest bundle. However, you can get 2 for $15 on those if you want as well, which is again fabulous value. So however you want to get them, it's completely up to you. It should be $9.99 each. Okie doke. Now the stamps, we're going to show you these. They are all here, the collage stamps here. These are the photopolymer stamps, and the great thing about these is that there's such a good variety in each one of these stamp sets. So you can get them as they are in the big collection, £45, $65, saving almost £15 in the UK, or almost $25 if you're in the US, or you can get 2 for $15 on these two. So it's completely up to you. I'm going to take you through the different options that we have. So you've got beautiful peony, which is this one. Now the great thing about these collage stamps, can you see the variety of stamps that you've got? So you've got a lovely background that you're going to be able to work with here. You've got something maybe if you like to colour that you can work with here. There's great flourish there. Nothing to stop you building that up into a frame. You can use that as an ornate corner. You've also then got sentiments in there too. So that one is beautiful peony. The next one we have for you is heartfelt wishes. So you can see you've got thanks a bunch. Again, you've got backgrounds, you've got sentiments, you've got florals in there as well. So all the things that as crafters you tend to use time and time again, they are in these collage stamps. Really love this one. You've got Born to Fly here. I love that sort of musical background that you've got on that one. I think the hardest thing is you deciding which ones you're going to get, isn't it? Or are you going to get all of them? Drop into the comments. Let me know which one is your favourite. You've got that lovely one there, which is Feathered Friend. If you're going for all of them, you're actually getting 59 stamps in total, which is great value. Or I did a bit of colouring last night with Debbie, and I think she's sort of stirred something within me. I'd love to get colouring that one. I bet it's fabulous to colour that one. So that one is Let Your Spirit Soar. And then finally, Cherish Every Moment as well, which we've got in there too. So which one are you going to go for? How are you going to get hold of them? It is completely up to you. Let us know in the comments. Let's see who is tuning in. Bastel from Germany is here. Gwen is in Arkansas. I can see Christine is here in New Jersey. Heidi, oh, this is a hard one to say. Heidi in Idaho. I don't know why that's so difficult. Gwen says, did you run today? No, I didn't run today. Did I say I was going to run today? Did I say I went for a run on Saturday and my legs are still hurting now, but no running today, Gwen. You know, I can see Nicola's here from the Scottish Highlands. Oh, I bet it's lovely up there. Fran is saying, Joe, maybe you need to keep an overnight bag with your craft collections, kind of like a new mum does with her diaper bag. Didn't you have a pants incident a few months ago too? I am having a lot of pants incidents all the time, let me assure you. Fran, I can see Tracy is here from Aberdeenshire and Werner from Atlanta. Keep tuning me in, letting me know what you are loving, what you're going to go for today in the show. Whilst I keep going through these comments, I'm going to hand you over to Debbie, who's going to crack on with the crafting, which sounds fun.
Ah, thanks, Joe. Yeah, some great things in the show. Now, what I want to tell you about is an exciting Explorer kit. Now, you're asking, what is an Explorer kit? Well, exploring is trying something new. Exploring is going into the depths of something that you might quite like the interesting look of. So what we've done for you, we've put together a really beautiful stamp set. It's always good if you're first starting out with colours that you try it out on your florals. It's just one of those mediums that's really nice to use and look really pretty. They just allow you to just let your imagination go wild with the actual stamp set. So we've got a rubber stamp set with the Explorer set, and we've got the ink pad. Now, the important thing is with the ink pad, so I'm going to show you here. So the ink pad we've got for you says everything what it is on the tin, even to the point that it's got a watercolour brush. So you know that this set here, not only is the ink colour blue, the actual tub, you'll see other different sets, like if I just quickly bring in another one here, that's in a sort of aubergine colour. We've got our quick drying is in purple, so you'll get used to the different colours that they are. So all our finesse ones, our waterproof and alcohol proof, is do exactly what they say. So go for this one. You'll know then that you can use it on all your watercolours. Now, the most important part is the Aqua Blend pencils. Now, these ones are my all-time favourite. They are a set of pencils that are going to go through all your different florals. I mean, we have other colours. So please look on the website because there are plenty of other colours, but this one will really set you in what you want to do, whether it's a little bit of landscaping, whether it's your florals. It's got a bit of everything. Now, what's really great about watercolour pencils is that the whole family can use them. And at the moment, we really need something that's going to help us bring our family together. And what better way than doing a spot of colouring? So I'm going to get started because I just can't wait to use them. Now, please leave them in a tin. The tin has been designed to keep them completely safe for you, which means that they're not going to be damaged. So don't take them all out, put them in a jar because they're going to rattle and crash about. Leave them in the tin where they're going to be nice and safe. So now I've already prepped my stamps. You would have seen Sarah cutting these the other day. They come on one square rubber mat and you just go round them with your scissors, and then you use your stick and spray, which is the purple one, spray on the back, and that makes them repositionable because it's a non-permanent spray. It means that it sprays the back, but they come on and off. Now, I would say after maybe 4 or 5 uses, maybe even 6 or 7, you just need to give it a quick respray on the back of them. So I'm going to bring in my stamping mat and my stamping platform. We've got our ink pad, we've got our stamp, so I'm just going to place that on there and pick that up. Now, if you've got rocker blocks, you can use your rocker blocks. That's going to stick beautifully to there, and then we're just going to ink up. Now, with the ink pads, these are amazing because they're ergonomical in shape, which means that your hands aren't going to ache while you're using them. They're a perfect size to go all over your stamp. Now, I like to rotate my stamp because I think you have different pressures on where your fingers are. So just stamping that up, I'm then going to bring in a piece of our watercoloured cardstock, and I do believe, do we get the watercolour cardstock as well? So you've actually got, I mean, of course you do. What am I asking? Do you get it? Of course you get the watercolour cardstock. That's what the Explorer set will do. But look how beautiful that stamps. You've got a really gorgeous image. Now, what's really lovely about this stamp set is I'm going to just take this off. We've got an extra, well, we've got lots of extra stamps on here. There's sentiment stamps, there's swirls, but there is a little sack, which is gorgeous. So I'm just going to pop that on there. I'm going to ink that up. And remember, this is for all the family. You can stamp this multiple times. The kids will love colouring this out. Now this sack, I'm just going to stamp that down. That's like, look how lovely that is. It actually, we've got now our plants in that little sack. Now for the exciting bit, using our pencils. So we've done our stamping. We've got our watercolour cardstock. Now the reason we have watercolour cardstock is it holds water really well. So when you're actually using water on, it's going to soak up really well and not make your card go all crumbly. And if you've got normal cardstock, sometimes you get that sort of wispiness on the top of it. You won't get that with our watercolour cardstock. It's amazing. So what we're going to do to start off with, I'm going to bring in my pencils. And then let's go for, I want two colours that mix actually. So let's go, we'll go for a pink and we'll go for a blue. There we go, so that's our pink and that's our blue. So I'm going to start off with just laying the colours down. I'm going to take away my pad because that's giving me a bit of a spongy surface. And I'm just going to colour into the centre of these. I'm just turning it round as I go. Now the great thing about watercolour pencils is I don't have to worry about the time that I leave it on. In fact, does anyone remember the magic colouring books you used to get when you were kids? And you used to add water and the colour used to appear on them. I don't know if they do them anymore, but I used to have them. Perhaps I'm just of an older generation. Let me know if you used to have them. But I always remember them. We used to have these, and they were called magic colouring books. And they would just look like this stamp, and then you would put water over the top of them. And the colour would appear, so they were really magic. You could actually colour these in like I'm doing now, give them to your children and just give them a wet paintbrush, a little pot of water, and they could actually bring their surface to life with this. Because you can actually make palettes where you're scribbling really your colour onto it. And then making these really unique patterns. So what we've got there looks actually really pretty, just using the pencils like that. But I'm going to just bring in my water brush. And now if we start, in fact, I've got that's actually filled with water, but I'm going to use my pot of water because a pot of water and a brush is actually better because you can use the water. You've got more control over the water. And all I'm doing is mixing those two colours together. I hear you're all remembering the magic colouring books. Do you remember them, Jo? Or are you too young to remember them, Jo?
Yeah, I don't remember them. Lots of people in the comments, though, are talking about them. So Leanne is watching at the moment. She says, I had them. I love them. They were my favourite.
I love
both
them
of you
too.
are, which is fantastic.
I'm
Helen
so
said that she's
pleased.
got them. Who else? Patty, yes, I remember them. Yes, I'm 27. Used to have them as a little girl. I love them. Had a magic colouring book. Loved it. Oh, you've really started something in here. Yeah, loads of you have had them. Someone said as well, Julia said that she had a dream last night I dreamt last night Sarah released a new signature collection with toilet paper. Strange.
Oh, that's funny.
That would probably be quite a prized commodity at the moment, I'd imagine.
That's
you can
hilarious.
still buy them.
You can still buy them?
You can still buy them, apparently.
I'm going to have a look because my granddaughter would love them. I need to have a look because I just used to think there was something really amazing about them. But we don't need them anymore. We can create our own ones, can't we, with the magic ones? So if you've got, let us know if you've got some young children at home or anything you want to find, if you've got grandchildren, your own children, and you want to find things for them to do, because actually colouring it is going to be a massive part of your childhood to adulthood, because there's so much that we can do with them, which just work really well. So all I've done is I've put a little bit here on the bottom at the side, because I mean you can see how much this is going to last you, how much these tinner pencils is going to last you, and we're just going to bring our water in and just mix that over to give us that water sort of shading in there. Looks amazing. And then we're just going to do the same on our leaves. And it's just a really, in fact, colouring is really therapeutic. It's just something that we can do, and it's just one of those things that we just love to do. So that's how to use on a basic of being able to mix your colours. So you can see I've almost gone into this purple colour in the middle because I've mixed two colours together, or you can just fade them out with the different colours that you've got. Now the other thing I'm just going to bring in, I've already stamped one here, and I'm going to just do something slightly different that we can do. So let me take a different colour pen. Let's do an orange, a nice orange. And all I'm going to do is pop that into the centre. So just pop in on there. So yes, don't forget, in fact, we've got that beautiful cardstock bundle, that out of this world deal. Have we not got a big theme tune for that yet? Because I think we need it, don't we? In fact, we do need Leanne on record for that, yes. Out of this world deal. Right, so just press some of these. Now what I am going to bring in, you might already have them, but we have the sparkle pens. Now this is just the clear sparkle. Now because clear sparkle is pretty much like water, but with sparkle, you're going to be able to do the same technique, but with glitter in your, and anyone that knows me knows that I absolutely love my glitter. And I hear that Joe loves a bit of glitter as well. So we're on the same page there, Joe. But look how beautiful. Now I've coloured this quite vividly because I just want to take a little bit from that centre and just pull that out. I mean, you can see how easy this is. Again, I know I keep referring back to the children, but we know that there's a lot of them at home at the moment. These are the sort of things that's going to keep them occupied because you've got that wow factor. They will absolutely spend hours just colouring in, doing different techniques. They just look really cool. So to have a explorer kit like this, where you've got your ink pad, you've got your stamp, you've got your pencils, and you've got your watercolour card, is quite an incredible deal today. And I'm just going to colour my centre there, just a little bit, and then just bring that out. Oh, still got a bit of orange on there, but actually that's looking quite cool. And there we go. So I think, did anyone watch Monday Makers yesterday? Because I'm going to bring this to the side so you can have a quick look there. It's just really pretty, and as that dries you'll be able to see that beautiful glitter in there. But look how easy that is to do, and you are getting that stamp set, you're getting those pencils, and you're getting your watercolour card to do that. So really is just an amazing thing to do. Okay.
Absolutely, very, very busy on that already, as we knew it would. You love these Explorers kit that we bring to you because it's all about you trying something more. Let's just recap exactly what you're getting included in there as well, because you have got absolutely everything that you need to get started. So it's all here for you. So of course, well, I'll show you a picture actually. So here you've got everything that you need. So you've got those aqua blends in there. You're getting 12 in here, which is great. I mean, as we said earlier, you go to an art shop, you can easily pay that just for the pencils alone. You've got cherry, rustic red, tangerine, sunbeam, sunflower, julep, forest green, ocean, Oxford blue, berry blush, and bubblegum. Now, the perfect ink pad to use to stamp that out is our Finesse waterproof dye ink pad. That's exactly what you're getting included in here. We're also giving you that lovely rubber stamp in there, as you can see too. That's Daisy Bloom you're getting, and then 15 sheets of the watercolour card. So basically, I think if this is for you, you're going to love using it, you're going to get it straight home and start using it. I think maybe this is like a bit of a care package for someone. Maybe you want to give it to some, the grandchildren or the children. You want to send it to a friend. Then absolutely, you could do that. Just to let them know that you're thinking of them. As always, with everything we bring you Crafters Companion, including all of our Spectrum Noir range, full tutorials will be found on the website for that. So don't think you need to remember this. Of course, you're going to be able to watch this show back for weeks and months afterwards, but there's a whole host of different tutorials there. Now, a lot of you, maybe you've already got stamps and inks and everything you want to use, but you're thinking, actually, I really love the idea of those pencils. Then we've got 3 different collections for you. So you get 24 in each of these tins. You need to choose which one you want. You've got Essential Florals and Naturals, Essentials, Florals, and Naturals is what you've got. So they're the 3 different choices for you. So you just need to pick which one. Maybe you're going to go for more than one. $29.99 if you're in the UK, or $39.95 if you are in the US. Very, very busy on those. I'll tell you what else I want to quickly show you. Oh yes, here they are, the 8x8s. Now, these are always really popular. I think 8x8 is not a card that used to be sent a lot of, but bigger cards are sort of coming back in. So these are great for them. There's loads that you can do with these. So these are a textured cardstock. So what it means is, let me show you if I can show you. Put it on the lighter one a bit, I'll show you. See if I can get that, bring it in and let's get a bit of light on there. Can you see how it's got like that lovely sort of very light linen effect? Let me show you with an even lighter one, see if I can get you to see that. But you've got a really lovely texture on there. So this one, you've got 3 in here. You've got, it's 230 GSM. You've got 36 sheets. 30, should I try that again? 36 sheets, nearly had a whoopsie there. 36 sheets in total. So these ones are your neutrals, as you can see. Really lovely, very versatile colour palette there. If I was going for one, well, if I had to try and narrow it down for one, I'd probably be going for the pastels because I do love a bright pastel. You've got lots of lovely colours within there. I love that they're in a pad as well. I think getting papers in a pad, just very easy to keep them, very easy to store them, and also very easy to keep, stop them getting sort of dog-eared and stuff like that. And then we've also got as well the brights here for you too, so you can see all of those lovely colours within there. They're 25% off, so if you want to go for them, they're now £11 each or $13.50. I can see that a lot of you are multi-ordering on these as well, so it's a really great time to stock up. One to use and one to stroke, I think, is what a lot of you will be doing. So that is those. Okay, let's go back to the laser edgeables because I know you are loving these. They were launched just yesterday on Create and Craft. I'm going to just quickly run you through them. I'm going to take them off of here. I'm going to turn them round and show you the backs actually, because I think the back of the packaging really shows you in more detail what you're going to get. So you can see the beautiful details that you've got there. So this one is the traditional lace. You've also then got this one here, which is Heartless Wishes. That says a lot about me, doesn't it? Heartless wishes. Heartfelt wishes, as you can see here. We've got the lovely heart design there, heartless. What am I like? What am I like? We've also got ornate henna, which is this one here. And you then have Edwardian rose. That's lovely. I bet that would look beautiful paper piece, that one. You've then got butterfly lace, which is their lovely big butterfly, or Schmetterling if you're German, in the middle. And then finally, we have got Venetian scrolls there as well. 40, very popular for the Venetian scrolls, and the butterfly, very popular as well. £42 if you're in the UK, $65 if you are in the US. However, well, that's the full collection. A lot of you, pretty much all of you, are going for the full collection, I must say. Full collections are always the best ways for you to get the best value for money. You're saving £20.93 or $23.19, depending on where you're shopping, if you go for that. However, if you do want to go for a couple of them and cherry pick, 2 for £15 or $24. So it is completely up to you how you grab those. Let's just pop along to the comments, see what people are saying. Gwen saying she has all the glitter pens. She really loves the clear glitter pen, especially. We then, who's here? I can see, Gwen says, I'm far from heartless. We love you. I love you too, Gwen. Thank you. Verna saying, my granddaughter loves glitter. She would love these pens. Hannah saying, they look so pretty. I want to go and buy some aquablend pencils now. Lots of you are. A lot of you as well maybe got these a couple of years back on HSN. A lot of you saying how thankful you are for a demonstration as well. Maybe you're going to be digging these out. I think, when you've got a lot of extra time on your hand, it's a great chance to try something new and buy new products. Also a great chance, to dig out maybe some of your stash that you already have. I know a lot of people using the time at the moment to learn something new. What are you learning? Drop into the comments and let me know if you are trying a new hobby, even if it's I fancy doing some sort of I fancy making my own cosmetics, not like moisturiser obviously, but like face masks and face packs. You can do it with really lovely sort of natural stuff like cucumber and I don't know, yogurt is another one, isn't it? Have you ever made your own face packs, Debbie?
No.
Fair enough. They all seem to have like pomegranate and blueberry and yogurt in them. I don't know why. I really fancy giving it a go. Watch this space. I'd love to go out and do like a workshop or something, but I don't think that's going to be happening for a while. But maybe I could teach myself at home. Anyway, I'm going to hand you back to Debbie because I know she's going to treat us to a demonstration with these gorgeous edgeables. So let me know which one of these is your favourite as well.
Well, perhaps you could test them on me, Jo, when you've made them. So I wouldn't mind that. So yeah, it's not something I really thought about, is doing my homemade face packs. So, but I'm sure they would be lovely, Jo. So an edgeable. What is an edgeable? Now, anyone that's new to crafting, fairly new to crafting, you might not know, but we're quite renowned for our edgeable dies. An edgeable die is a die. So I'm going to show you this die here. It's a die that cuts around the outside edge. So this outside edge here, it will cut all along there and cut out all this detail, but it will leave it in the card. And I'm going to show you exactly how we do them. So that is what an edgeable is. Now we have had, so as Jo said, we've had some comments to say you're going to dig out your old edgeables. I can absolutely assure you none of these are identical to the ones you've had before. So if you fancy treating yourself to some new ones, these are gorgeous designs. Yeah, everyone is lovely. Now I'm going to try and get through as many different concepts as we can, because I think it's a really good idea. And also we don't have any samples to show you, and I'm really sorry for that, but these are hot off the press. Debbie's been down to the studio this week at Create and Craft, and they've only just been launched this week. So literally they are so new, we haven't even got the samples. So I want to show you as many different designs as we can do and show you really what an edgeable is capable of doing. So first of all, I'm going to be using, now I'm just using my Gemini Junior. Obviously, if you've got a bigger Gemini, honestly, the world is your oyster with the edgeable dies, because there's so much you can do with them on bigger pieces of card. You can line them up. There are just so many things. But I'm going to be using this and really go through how I figured that if people have got a Gemini, if you've got a Gemini Junior, it means all the designs we do, you can do all these cards. And the same if you've got a big Gemini. If I was to do them on the big Gemini, I didn't want to restrict anyone that didn't have a smaller one. So what I am going to do, I'm going to grab my low tack tape and just pop some tape on there. Now what I love about these edgeables, we used to, in the past, and you'll probably know, we used to have edgeables that had like a little sort of almost a point at the end, so we knew where they were going to go. These ones have a flat edge at the side, so when we line them up we know exactly where that's going to go. So I don't need to put a score line or little marks to where my lining up is. And what you'll also notice I've done is I've put my metal shim underneath. It's not very often I use it, but we're cutting across our plates. So I am asking my machine to divide itself through all these cutting points, which means it might just need that extra shim. So I'm going to pop that on and pop it through. Now, what I am going to do is also show you the reverse action. So we just give that a double cut, and then it takes like quicker time to do it. Pop straight away, and I say popped meaning that the die's gone through, it's ended up finishing cutting. I've paused and reversed, which means that our section can come out straight away, and that gives us our cut. So I'm just going to pull this off here. Now, it's cut beautifully, although it's staying in the die, and that is because I've cut them there. But what I am going to do is bring in my brush, and as you bring in the brush, look at all these bits just falling out here. So really beautiful design. This rose one is just fabulous. I wouldn't be surprised if this was a real one that goes so quickly, because it's gonna go through all your different parts of the year. So we have weddings, don't we? And mind you, that's a little bit of a sore point, isn't it, with many? I know with weddings at the moment. But actually, what nicer thing can you do if you can't attend the wedding that you're invited to this year than send a really gorgeous card? And you're gonna be able to do that with these edgeable dies. So that's our first cut, but I'm actually going to cut it again, because what we've done is we've created one part of our card here. So as the side, then what I'm going to do is pop this onto the next piece. So we've got a double cut, I'm using it twice. So this is getting a really beautiful card. What you're also going to get, you're going to get a card that actually looks like it's been laser cut. So just getting rid of all my excess there, and we're just going to pop that through at the same time. Now, the reason normally we would already have those dies cut, but I really wanted to show you from start to finish exactly how we can get that effect on a concept card. And it is just a piece of card that we've folded in half, and I've just worked out that difference between the two dies in the steps. So just pulling that across again, we've got this piece. Just pushing this here. So you're loving the traditional lace. Yes, actually, that's probably quite a different one, isn't it, the traditional lace? So just taking out all these parts. Just going to snip into this one and into that one. We will get the rest of those out. So you're loving the 8x8 pads as much as I am, and I have to tell you, they are just amazing pads. With all my prep work and everything I have to do, I have gone through so many of those pads. I am always buying them because they really are just a really beautiful one to go by. But look how gorgeous that is now, where we've got that opening of that card like a laser cut card, and it looks incredible. So what I'm going to do is just tidy up my mess, and then we're just going to decorate the card just to show you a finished card. And then I think we've got time then just to run a few more through to actually show you how to do different concepts. So bringing these ones in, and all I've got, I'm keeping it really simple. Yesterday we had on the show some of these dies, which are amazing. So we've probably still got them on the website. They are amazing. They're they're sentiment, fancy sentiment dies, but with stamps. So what I've done is I've just stamped my happy and to you and put my birthday. So we've got happy birthday to you. So you've still got 24 hours to grab the deal on those. So they are still on our website. So have a nosy at those. You can also watch back from what we did yesterday. And actually you do want to watch back tomorrow from yesterday, because Joe did some colouring. And I think he's going to colour again today because he's loving the look of the pencils.
I might have a little, yeah, I'll give them a little go. I'll give the Explorer kit a little go. I'm up for a little dibble dabble. Maybe in the second hour.
Joe, are you finding that you're wanting to paper craft more and more since you've been up here?
Do you know, I think like I've got loads. I've got a bit of a long list already. So I've got. I'm crocheting, obviously, but I need to learn to sew. I think learning to sew is the next thing. But I just couldn't not colour. I don't know why. I just felt the urge. So I've actually got some stuff to take home with me tonight to do some colouring, so I'm excited about that.
That's very true.
Gwen is asking, Debbie, what is the sandwich you're using for the edgeables? Is it any way different to the regular sandwich?
No, not at all. Now, I don't want to confuse anybody with what I do, so I will run through that sandwich in just a second. Let me just find my, I'm looking for a dotty tape pen. I'm sure there's one. So here's the dotty tape pen, and I just want something to go over. Let me just grab a scrap piece of my card, because what happens with the dotty tape pen, it misses the bits where I don't want it to go, and it just goes on all the other parts. So it just gives me those dots. And then all we're going to do, there we go, is pop that into place, and we've created our first concept card. And there we go. Let's just bring that to the side so you can see it. Really, really beautiful, and just opening up. And that's our Centura Pearl that we've got on there as well, which is really beautiful. Yep, so this one is our Edwardian Rose. So if you wanted to go for that one, that's the rose one on there. So just before I do any more, let's just have a quick run through. So what I have used on mine is our cutting mat. So we've got first of all, our cutting mat. Then you put down, I'm just going to use this. You're going to put down your card and your die. And actually, before I do that, what I did use was my magnetic. So your cutting mat, your magnetic, not magnetic, your metal shim, then your card and your die. And then on top of that, I've then put my plastic shim, my magnetic shim, and my top one. So we've got those ones there. Right, let's just cut some more then. What else have we got here? So you're loving the butterfly, and it's typical because I haven't got a butterfly, so I have got it somewhere. Here it is, here it is, here it is. I've got it. So you're loving them all, and actually, I think is the offer better to get the full collection?
Yeah. Yeah, 30% saving if you're going for the large collection. If you get the large collection, it's £20.93 you save, or £23.19 if you're in the US. So a lot of you are going for the whole collection. It's the best way to get the best deal. But there is a 2 for $15 or $24 as well if you want it. But everyone pretty much at the moment is going for the whole collection, which is lovely.
Amazing deal. Yeah, it's absolutely better to go for the whole deal. And actually, sometimes if we can stretch that budget to get in those extras, it's nice because then we've got that choice, haven't we? So no matter what's coming up, we have that choice to be able to do that. So this time, all I'm doing is going across my card. I've took out my metal shim because I don't need that, because now I've got fewer cutting points going across. So I'm just going to pop that in. I'm then going to put my plastic shim, my magnetic shim, and my top plate on and run that through. Now, what's really fabulous about the Gemini is that it's you know, I'm not hand cranking, it's electronic, it just takes it through. It takes 8 seconds to be able to make a concept card, and that's what we're talking about, is amazing. So if I take that, look at that, that's amazing. All come out, no problem whatsoever. And the only reason the other one didn't all come out like that, I need to put my glasses on, otherwise we're going to get a wonky line. But the reason that the other one didn't all pop out the die like that was just purely because we're putting a lot of pressure on the machine to, I think I've still done a wonky line, but never mind. Never mind. So just snipping those bits off there, but look how beautiful that is now. We've got that concept card that cuts across. So where before we had the one that does the, find it here, we've got the one that's at the side, so you've got those side ones. Then we've got this one that goes across the front, which is almost like a gated one. So that's 2. I am going to finish these, but we're going to finish them with the demo. Now I'm going to show you something just a little bit different as well. So doing a different kind. Now this time, and this isn't a question of you have to have specific measurements. What you can do with this is measure it to however you want it to measure. So what I've done is I've took a piece of card, which is, let me just measure it on here. It's just a 5 by 6.5, that piece of card. Now, the piece of card I wanted to wrap round it is bigger here. So I've actually done it. So this is an A4 piece of card that I've took a strip of, but I've done my score lines. So when it wraps round, it's slightly bigger, and I'll show you why in a minute. So we're gonna place this on our board. I'm gonna then place it where I want it in that center. And like I say, because we've got those straight edges top and bottom, that's allowing us to position it straight. So just popping that in the centre and running that through. I'm just going to put another bit just to keep that straight. There we go. And then we're going to do the same platform and pop that through. And there we go. So no hand cranking, it's hands-free, it goes through. The pressure of the Gemini, it senses, and it's just going to do all that for us. So, sorry Laura, you were talking to me then. Did you say that it's... Oh, I didn't realise that. Oh, you get extra with this bundle. You get some Centura Pearl. Pacific. Is that actually, that's the one I use. Oh my goodness, is that this one? I think this might be the Pacific. Joe, can you check for me? This
I'm just rummaging, I'm rummaging.
I'm gonna let Joe have a look there, and we're just going to pop all these bits out. Now with this one, I'm just going to cut down and cut that off there. So snipping this off. Now, I've done this one like this, but I'm just going to bring in my one here. Now, all I've done is cut across the lines just to make that my rack. So can you see? And all you have to do, I would do it, perhaps get a ruler and a craft knife, because I wouldn't be able to cut straight. But you're just going to cut those pieces off like this one. So really, really simple. Now that piece of card that I showed you earlier, I'm going to bring that back. What we're then going to do is wrap this around. Now I'm not going to do it because we're going to decorate this with some stamps later on in the show. You're going to tape this to the back here and then tape this side, but what's going to happen, you're going to create a little, if I stand that up, you can see, so it's like a dome shape, so that would be able to, so if I turn this round here, you'll be able to see if we pop that, because I'm not gluing it, but you will see, all will become clear, I promise, and you'll see that you're going to create this dome shape with this wrap around the front, and that's going to look really pretty when we do that. So that's our 1, 2, we've done 3 different types of concept cards, and that's what you can do with these edgeable dies. There's just, and honestly, that is just, oh my goodness, not even 2%. I mean, there's just so many things that you can do. But we're going to go back over to Joe and we're going to see what we've got on the show.
Yes, you are getting in that main collection those 6 brand new dies. I don't think many of you have seen those before, and you will also get a 10 sheets of the Centura Pearl Pacific as well, so it's all, you'll get that included, don't you worry about that. Or you can of course choose to get them 2 for £15 or $24, completely up to you. Now I can see loads of you messaging away on Facebook, hundreds and hundreds of you watching there at the moment, and that's a great place to comment along, and you're all sharing ideas and tips with each other. However, if you want to watch and shop at the same time, then here's how. Hi, I'm Joe from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can grab the best deals and shop whilst you watch during our shows. So the best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. Head on over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV. You can see all of our shows, offers, and even shop while you watch. Now if you want to get involved and comment along, head over to our Facebook page. Come say hello, ask us some questions, and lol with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even AirPlay directly onto your big screen. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easier to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day. I can see Debbie Robinson's watching What You Like. Hello, Debbie. Yeah, loads of you commenting along. A lot of you saying how beautiful the card was that Debbie just made there. And also, Kay says, Debbie, love your glasses, Debbie. You should wear them. You look great with them on. Oh.
I hate wearing glasses.
Oh, well, you shouldn't, because you look fabulous in them. A lot of people saying beautiful cards, stunning cards. I can see Kathy is saying hi from Illinois as well. So remember, the deal that we're getting, I'm just going to quickly, I'm throwing everything around. What is wrong with me? I'm going to just quickly run you through the 6 different options that you've got. Well, options, however, if you're going for the collection, as so many of you are, then you're going to get all of them. So the first one is the butterfly lace, which is this one just here. I'll show you it on the back because that really gives you a better idea of exactly what you're going to get there. That is everyone's favourite at the moment. We then have Venetian scrolls, which is this one just here. So you can see it's really, really lovely. Loads of detail in these. You've then got Edwardian Rose as well. That was the one that Debbie cut first. So you can see, really lovely. Great with something like stained glass window technique, that one. The next one we have for you is Ornate Henna. Again, really lovely, very, very detailed. You've got Traditional Lace, which is exactly as you would imagine it, very, very lacy detail. And then you've also got not Heartless, but Heartfelt Wishes. I don't know where I got Heartless Wishes from. You've got that one there as well. You can go for them individually if you want to. There's loads of different ways of grabbing hold of them. They're $9.99 individually. You can get 2 for £15 or $24, but the best way to get the best value is to get them all together along with the Centura Pearl Pacific cardstock. You get 10 sheets of that, £42 if you're in the UK or $65 if you're in the US. Best way to get the best value for money is right there. Okay, I need to remind you about the 8x8. Debbie, you said you use these a lot. What makes these so brilliant? Why 8x8? Because I must admit, when I first saw them, it wasn't a sort of size that immediately jumped out at me.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? We all have our favourite sizes. The 8x8 is my absolute favourite. It's slightly bigger than the 6x6s, it's smaller than the 12x12s, and there's so much you can do with it. I really love the 8x8s. And what's more important is the colourways that you get in here. So we've took, again, all the hard work out of it for you. So with the lemons, you're getting your different shades of lemons. You're also getting, in fact, Joe's showing you here is in all those natural tones are gorgeous. So from those beiges to the browns to the deeper browns. I love this one. They're so gorgeous. But look at that. Each one you're going from a light pink to a dark pink to your purples to your blues, your greens. You've got a couple of colours there. They are really, really lovely. And these are my favourites, the brights. I would absolutely say go for the bright ones. They're just going to be gorgeous for all your backgrounds, everything you're doing. And what's more, what I love about these, in fact, I'm going to throw you another oldie. Did you ever use a Coordinations cardstock? Now, Coordinations used to have a core colour in the centre. What I love about these pads is they have a lighter colour centre, so you can sand these back. So if you've just got some sandpaper and you want to emboss them, you can actually sand them. Joe's showing you here, look at that. Now, you could emboss that, sand it back. You're going to get that colour coming out from there. These are spectacular pads and you are just going to love them. I'm going to show you on the next demo as well how you can stamp onto them as well. So these are, you can die cut, you can stamp, you can emboss. Joe, these are amazing.
They are incredible. They are so very busy as well. If you want to grab them, you see it on the bottom of the screen there, £11, 36 sheets in each, 8x8, 230 GSM is what you're looking at as well. So they're very, very busy. We're going to look next at the Collage stamps. I think we're going to go back to the Explorer kit a little bit later. I might have a cheeky little go with that as well. But I just want to show you the Collage stamps first. These are great because for £45 or $65, you can get absolutely all of them, which is wonderful. You'll get 59 images within there, which is fantastic. If you do want to go for them individually, you can. You can get them for £2 for £15 or $23, or they're $9.99 each. So lots of different options when it comes to grabbing these. As I said earlier, the great thing about them is that you've got such a variation of different styles of stamps, because sometimes you get like just floral stamp sets, or you get background stamps, or you get sentiment stamps. And then you've got, with this, you've got a little bit of everything, and you've got some embellishments in here as well. So that one there is your beautiful peony. The next one we have is Heartfelt Wishes. I really like that scroll. I think that flower would be great to colour. Also as well, this sort of ornate detail here, great for building up into something like a frame if you want to do that, because of course you can repeat stamp with the smaller stamps, which is great. They're all photopolymer as well, so they're ready to go as soon as you take them out of the packet, which is fantastic. You've got that wonderful one with the music there. Imagine getting something like a resist technique on that. It's going to look absolutely glorious. We've then got this one here, which is Feathered Friend, and this one, as you can see, really lovely. So really quite a big statement stamp, that one that you've got within there. The next one we have is Let Your Spirit Soar. Again, butterflies, so popular. Always joke, don't you, Cry? If you make a mistake, it's fine, just pop a butterfly on it, it'll all be okay. That one is very, very popular. I think these smaller ones are going to be fantastic to repeat as well. And you've got Cherish Every Moment, which is this one here. Lots of you going for the collection, as always, and the collection is the best way to get the best value for money, but they are available individually for you as well. I think one of the great things about stamps is the versatility of what you can do with it. Of course, when you stamp it out, everyone gets a stamped image, but you can do resist techniques, you can heat emboss, you can colour over them, you can do repeating patterns, you know, you can do foreground and backgrounds as well. There's loads that you can do with them. Don't forget as well, we are going to go back to Debbie in a second, but before we do, don't forget that Out of This World deal that we've got. The Out of This World deal, of course, only lasts for 24 hours, and this week it's your lovely cardstock. So you're going to get in this one, you get the silver glitter with the silver mirror and matte mirror, which is fantastic, and then two real essentials. You're going to get the matte black cardstock, and it's a really lovely true black card. It's A4, 40 sheets, 300 GSM. You might be thinking, well, surely black is black, but it's not. It's really hard to describe. I'm going to ask Debbie in just a second. And then you've got craft, and I love craft. I think it's really quirky. It's a really lovely organic feel to your projects as well. All of that, I'll just change the details for you. £23.50 if you're in the UK, or £36.50. Details along the bottom of your screen just there. I'm going to hand you back to Debbie, but before I do, Debbie, black card is not all the same. And the first time I heard this, I thought that's lunacy. Surely black card is black card, but apparently not.
Black card's not black card. So our matte black card is incredible because where I was saying to you before about that lighter core, this hasn't got a lighter core. It is black through and through. So if you want a card that you can tear, that you can do different effects with, you don't want to show that core card, it is just that pure black all the way through, this is the perfect card for you. It is a really good weight. It's 300 GSM. It means we can emboss. It means that we can use our gilding waxes. It's a really, really good medium to start. But what's even more special about it is it's great for matte and layering. So if you want to add that touch of drama to all your cards, matte and layer everything behind black card, and that is going to make your work just even more pop out, so which is going to be amazing. So the collage stamps, these are some of my all-time favourites because there's so much on these packs of different sort of textures that you've got. So you can see on this bird one, now this is amazing. Everything you see here, apart from the colour, which the colour actually has been used with the aqua markers, so not the aqua pencils, but you could still use your aqua pencils on these, just being able to do all those different backgrounds. So from those swirls, from the script to the bird to the sentiments, that is what you're going to have. The butterfly one is truly remarkable. This is such a beautiful sample. Look at the butterfly in the background there. All this script around the edge, we're going to use this on our first one, and we've got that really large butterfly as well. The flowers in here are pretty, just amazing. Now we're going to use these on our edgeable samples that we did earlier. So the ones that we've done the concept, I'm going to show you how to use with them. So if you are going for those edgeables, put a little treat in these in and treat yourself to these stamps because there's so much that you're going to be able to do with them. They're really beautiful. They're stunning. Whatever colouring medium that you've got, you are going to be able to work with them. I'm going to show you two more samples, just those florals of totally different effects that you can do with them. Love the fact we can put all this in the background, the script in here. Honestly, you cannot go wrong for a good set of stamps that offer you so much to go with your edgeable dies. So that's exactly what you need. And it's what I love at Crafters Companion because we can combine everything we have and put them together. So straight away, I'm going to show you our cardstock. Now this is the textured cardstock. I've took a piece out of our pastels. It's just our pink. On this side, it's textured. If I do that, you can hear, oh, you see my head then. I was putting it onto my mic. But what I am going to do now, because it's textured cardstock, I'm going to turn it over. Now on the back, it's smooth, which means we can stamp onto the back of it, which is cool. So we don't lose any of that colour, but we can have a stamping platform. Now I've got two pieces of card. The reason being is I want to do my card that we made earlier. So this is the domed effect one. So I've cut my card to size for a strip on the front here, and I've cut this size card to pop in the center there, so it's going to create that beautiful card, and you can really see that gorgeous die now, which looks amazing. I'm just going to check what that was called. That one, that was the, oh, it was Joe's heartless wishes on there. Yeah, heartless wishes, but it's heartfelt wishes. I love that, Joe. Right, so I've just got an array of stamps. I'm going to bring in my butterfly one. In fact, there's not one of these I don't like. I like working with all of them. And if you go for all of them, the best thing about them is that each one, 59 stamps in total. And you can use them all in different things. They've got some beautiful sentiments on them. I'm trying to, so you've got this one, which you've got have a beautiful day. You can use that with your butterfly stamp. If you wanted to use this rough sort of background textured stamp, you can use that with your butterfly stamp. They are all amazing stamps. So actually this works out at less than 80 pence a stamp. That's amazing. I didn't just work that out at the top of my head. I'd like to admit that I did, but my lovely Laura in my ear is telling me it's less than 80 pence a stamp. So that's amazing, because what you're also getting on these stamps, you're getting stamps that are a main focal point. So on this one, you've got your butterfly, you've got your big rose, you've got your bird. So you've got all those different main ones, but then you've got so many different ones that are going to go with them. Now I'm going to use my background stamp, my script background here, pop that on here. And I'm going to go in with my ink pad. So I'm going to use my pinks. I'm going to use pinks over pinks. I quite like being able to blend those different pinks together. So I'm going to start off with my quick drying ink pad, and I'm just going to use my fuchsia colour. So the fuchsia, I'm just going to ink that up. Now, this is very random. I'm not worried where it goes, what we do with them. I can just stamp wherever I want that to go, and we're just going to get that really subtle effect there. So you're loving the stamps, you're definitely loving the edgeables, which I knew you would, because they are the types of dies that we all want in our stash, because the edgeable dies are going to just create so many different cards for you. So many. Right, so just pop in this all over. So we're just giving it that sort, it really doesn't matter where it goes, because all we're doing with these, which is fabulous, is just creating that gorgeous background on here. And there we go, that's all I'm going to do. And then we're going to bring in our butterflies. So now I know we've got the large butterfly, but actually I'm not going to use it on here. I'm just going to stick to all the smaller ones to show you that even without using that main stamp, we can create different effects. Now, what I'm going to do is bring it, I know it sounds really silly, but this is one of my absolute favourite stamps, and I'll show you why when we use it. It's just got this really beautiful effect. Now, I'm going to go in then with my darker Plum Jam ink pad, and we're just going to tap that onto there, and we're going to start just building up those layers. Look at that, amazing. I love that one. It's such a gorgeous butterfly. So I'm actually using a mixture of ink pads, because my favourite ink pads, and I have to say they really are my favourite, is the pigment ink pads. What's lovely about pigment is if you, because they take a little bit longer to dry, you can heat emboss them. And when you heat emboss them, you get that really nice shiny surface over the top, and you can just apply sort of your clear powders over the top. So let's just go off the page a bit there, and you can see I'm just working with a piece of card underneath, not for any other reason other than it doesn't go on my mat. Let's pop one more, and we'll just pop that down the bottom there. Now we're not going to see much of the bottom because we've got it, but because we can look through that tunnel that we've done of our shaped card, it will be nice to be able to see that. Now I'm going to, I think, go in with an even lighter colour. So I'm going to go in with our Pal Pink here. So nice Pal Pink colour, because we just want to create, I'm not sure if you're going to see, you're not going to see that. So we're not going to go in with our Pal Pink colour because we can't see it. And actually what I am going to do, let's go in with our darker colour, because I really want you to see this one. Look at this, it's like, oh, it's like a burst. It bursts onto, I just love that. It's just beautiful. It completely just bursts onto our card and just looks really cool. You get just really, really cool effects with all of these. I love them. And I like just keeping up to the, just stamping in between. So there we go, we're building that up there and just creating a beautiful background. Now what I am going to do, well actually I won't do that because we've got some other techniques I want to show you. I'm going to bring in my slip that I've already done. So we've literally just put Cherish Every Moment on here and done exactly the same background. So what we're going to do is just build up our card. I'm going to use, so while I'm taping this down, we'll, oh, I was going to just throw to Joe, but actually I'm just going to show you the finished card. So just using our tape. Well, I'm using tape pen, but you can use your wet glue, whatever glues that you have. I'm making my card all mucky. So laying this down, that's our backdrop for our card there. And then what I'm going to do is bring in the bit that we cut out earlier and tape in this front piece on. Just popping that on there. And then what we're going to do is wrap that round. So I'm going to put my tape on this first piece here, so this long piece, and we're going to tape this to the corner. So as we pop that here, that will go around there, and that will just tape onto the back. Now, I don't want to just bring that across and tape there. What I want to do is create that dome effect. So I'm going to bring that in and then tape it. So again, just pop in some tape on those bits there and pushing that in. So you're just going to, if I do this, you'll see, so I'm going to push in, so that creates the dome effect. And then we're going to just rub that in the back there, just to make sure that adheres really well. And then we've got that going round. Now, what I have got is, I've just got from yesterday again, and you can still buy it, I've just got a baby die cut, and I'm just going to tape this onto the side. Pop that in there. And then we've just got a really beautiful bespoke card there. And there we go. So we'll just show that to you. You can see. So it just makes a really nice concept card there. And that does stand, that stands up beautifully. So just something different to be able to do for them. So I'm going to show you something else you could do. So that's actually going on to a plain cardstock. What about stamping onto pattern cardstock? So you've all got different pages from your book. So I've got this one that I've pinched from the Lily collection that's not long been out. So it's quite a new one that's been out. But it's, you know, you might look at it and you wouldn't think to stamp on top of it because it's got lots going on. But actually it works really well if you was to bring in some darker colours. So I'm going to bring is because we've got these sort of greens in the background. I'm going to use my green topaz. So I'm bringing that in to stamp onto there. But this time what I'm going to do is, let me see which one. Oh, I'm going to use this one. So we're going to use our rose. Now this one's beautiful. So if you don't know which one to go for, honestly go for all of them because every single one you're going to absolutely love. What was that, Laura? Sorry, what's the most popular? Oh, the bird one. So the bird one here, and I'm not surprised because I think from that sample when you get all these different effects that go in, and this is lovely. This is like a song. It's done like a music script. That's what I'm thinking of. So we're going to use this one. You can use this big. I'm going to show you how beautiful that stamp. So I will use the big one as well. But also what we're going to do is use this background. I love the textures on here. On every single one you've got these really gorgeous textures. I'm going to show you how they look. So just popping this one back onto my other one that I used. So what you're actually getting, you're getting just totally different effects. Once you've got them, you will play all the time with them because they just look amazing. So I'm just going to pick up this stamp here, and then what we're going to do, we're actually just going to create some interest around. So I'm going to bring in this stamp and we're going to just stamp this on. So again, this is the green topaz. Now all our inks, no matter what ink pads you have, whether it just be our Harmony Water Reactive, whether it be the quick drying or whether it be the pigment inks, they are all in the same colour family. So you're going to get that really pretty tone. And all I'm going to do is stamp onto the corner there. And it creates this really beautiful crackly effect. Now what I am going to do, because I've got a piece of card underneath, I'm just going to stamp that so you can see it really clearly on plain paper, because it's a gorgeous, gorgeous die. It's not a die, it's a stamp. Look at that. It's just really, there's almost something a little bit creepy about it, isn't it? So what we're actually doing is grunging up our actual background. So what this is going to do, it's going to add some real interest to your already printed background papers. And that's why I like stamping onto these, because they just look amazing. The other good thing with these is you can edge really beautifully. So just by going around the edge, we're actually framing that piece of card. and you get a really big difference on there. It just really look good. I mean, look at that, just being able to go around there to having nothing around the edges. So frame them out. So I'm just going to bring the one that I finished, exactly the same, but I've gone around all the edges and I've just stamped "Friends like you are precious and few." So really gorgeous sentiments in there. And then I've also got another piece, which is the bottom piece, and I've just done exactly the same effect with that sort of crackle. And it just, if I just bring in the plain one, look at the difference. Look how much depth we've created on that pattern, which is beautiful on its own. Don't get me wrong, use those papers, but you can actually do so much more with them as well. And then I'm going to bring in that gorgeous butterfly concept card that we did before, and we're just going to glue them into place. So again, I'm just for quickness using my tape pen. We're going to pop them at the front there. And then we're going to pop that into the middle. Almost seems such a shame that we use these double-sided pages, but we do like to use them, which is nice. Now the other thing is, which I was just going to quickly show you, is just how beautiful the rose stamp is. So I'm just going to stamp that out for you. And then what you can do is, and in fact what I am going to do, I'm just going to grab some watercoloured cardstock, because when we then, if we get a chance to recap on the pencils, we may not, but if we do, then I can show you. I'm saying that and I can't find, oh, it's here, look. Then we can show you a technique with those. So I'm just going to, I need my watercolour ink. There it is. And again, just tap in onto there. I always tap, you don't need to rub, it just makes sure that your stamp gets a full colouring. And I really just like to turn mine because I've really noticed a difference in pressure of where I'm tapping. And then we're going to pop that down, stamp down, and just using my thumb to go round to make sure all of that is being stamped out. Take that away. Look how beautiful that stamp is. Now what I have done, if I can find it, I had one. I'm normally quite well organised and I seem to have gone to pot, but I did have a rose. I'll find it before the end of the show. So we can come back and get that, but I have a rose to stick on the front there. But look how gorgeous that one is. I'm just going to bring it to the side for you. There we go. Yeah, that butterfly is beautiful. Just the fact that we can have it like a laser print in our card into one concept card like that looks incredible. So there you go, different concept cards that we can do. And the last one there, so we've actually made 3 different concept cards there. So, and they are all totally different, but you could do them with each and every one of those. So we're going to head back to Joe and he's going to tell us some more about our deals that we've got on tonight's show.
A lot of you asking about 8x8 cardstock in the comments. The 8x8 cardstock is on this show. We do have 3 different options for you, so I know a lot of you are asking about it. Go all across to the website, shop the show, and you'll see it all in there. You've got the neutrals, we also have pastels, and then there is a, I believe we're calling it brights, trends I almost call it then, but it's actually brights as well, that one there. So go and find those over on the website. Just to recap as well, the stamps, I can see a lot of you, I knew you'd see the value in these because there's so many within there. It is 6 different collections. The best way to get the best value is to go for all of them. Let me just whiz you through again all of the options that you've got here and that you're getting. So this is beautiful peony that you can see here, really lovely one. You've then got a heartfelt wishes, which is just gorgeous. Again, with these, it is the variety of stamps I think you're getting in here that makes these really great value. You've got Born to Fly, which is this one here. We then have Feathered Friend. You've got Let Your Spirit Soar. And there's also Cherish Every Moment. You're saving 20% there on those, which equates to $14.94 in the UK or $24.70 if you go for it as a whole collection, which is brilliant. Now, although we bring you these great deals here on Crafters TV, I know a lot of you are Club Inspire members, so you'll be getting even more of a discount every single time that you shop. If you're new to us and you're not familiar with Club Inspire, then here's some more information.
Welcome to Club Inspire, our free loyalty club. As a member of the club, you can save up to 20% every time you shop with us. For every £1 you spend, whether it's in one of our stores or on our website, you'll collect 1 loyalty point. The more points you have, the more benefits you'll receive. As a welcome present, we'll give you 20% discount with your very first order. Once you place your first order, you'll be given 250 points straight away, making you a bronze member. This will mean that you'll receive a 5% discount on all of your purchases until the end of the next calendar year, plus priority postage. 500 points takes you up to silver membership, where you'll get 10% discount plus free shipping when you spend over £20. When you get to 750 points, you'll become a gold member, which gets you a whopping 15% discount on every order, and we'll ship them to you completely free, no matter how big or small they are. Spend over £25 and we'll send them to you via our premium next day delivery courier service. When you reach 1500 points, you'll become a platinum member, giving you the same shipping benefits as a gold member, but with the added bonus of a massive 20% discount on all of your purchases. Now on top of that, you'll receive exclusive discounts, sneak peeks of brand new products, special offers and money saving vouchers. You'll have access to an exclusive secret Facebook group to meet like-minded friends, to find out information first and to be inspired by all the crafty makes. We'll send you a completely free quarterly Digimag direct into your inbox, giving you lots of hints, tips, inspiration, additional offers and some sneaky behind the scenes gossip from the team. So what are you waiting for? Become a member of our club today.
All the details there, of course, of Club Inspire. If you're not a member, then why on earth not? It's absolutely free to join. What are you like? You need to make sure that you've joined Club Inspire and take advantage of all of those extra juicy discounts. Now, it's that time of the show where we preview something that is going to be launching at a later date. And the product that Debbie's about to share with us is actually going to be launching on Create and Craft here in the UK on the 1st of April. So I'm going to hand you back to Debbie because I can see she's busy beavering away over there getting ready.
Oh, I love it when there's something new and you can't get hold of it. And I am sorry because I know it's a little bit of a tease, but it does make me really happy that it's just brand new and you're gonna love it. So what we've got now is those shadow dies. You may have heard of them, you may have not. Leanne and the team have created the most amazing dies. Now what they are a shadow die. So basically a die that cuts you out a shadow as well. So they look really incredible. And I'm gonna get straight on and show you how they work, because they really are one of those things that you think, why have we not thought of that before? They look amazing. So I'm going to just quickly show you a quick demo because I don't really want to tease you that much. It's just giving you a little insight of what they are. I've took out my LOVE dies, so I'm just creating my love. And actually, I just thought I'm going to do it a bit quirky. So I've just put it onto my black cardstock and I'm just going to run them through the machine. So I'm actually taking a bit of a risk because I'm not taping them down. But I know that if I'm careful, that'll be absolutely fine sending them through. So once they go through my machine, they're going to cut perfectly well. They're just going to look amazing. It's what I love about them because they actually leave everything in the cardstock for you. There's so many different ways you can use them. I can't wait to see. We have no samples yet because the design team have them and they're working on them at the moment. But as you can see, it takes out all these extra bits. So I'm going to take all these out and just use, I'm going to grab my brush again and we're just going to take these out. Now, it's so much fun. These are gorgeous to work with. I mean, look, I love these. I just love them so much. They look how amazing this looks. So just going to get those middle bits out. So what's great about these is not only do they cut out those bits, they also cut out those center words. So I've used love. I'm just going to use my tape pen to go across here. Now, you don't have to do yours quirky like this. You can just use them to just do your normal words and do them in a line. I just thought because of that gorgeous fun font, it would just be really nice to do them like that. So love that. Sorry about the pun, but it looks, I mean, that's a card in itself, isn't it? It looks amazing. But what I have done is just before the show, I just cut out the love again, but I did it in a red cardstock, because then what you can do is just pop these back in. Oh, and there's our V, and oh, where's that gone? Oh no, I've lost it. Oh, I knew that would happen, but never mind. We'll just have half of our love there. It's always the way, isn't it? Something goes missing. I'm sure I just flicked it at myself, but it's gone. But you can see what I'm saying. So you actually pop them in. We've still got that white behind. So it's really given us that. In fact, let's just leave that one love on its own. So really gorgeous to do. I love them. You're going to love these dies. They are fun. They're brilliant to use. And there's so many different ways you can do them. 1st of April, you are going to be able to get them on Create and Craft. I'm not sure, do we know who's launching them? Oh, we're going to have a check for you. So please watch that on the 1st of April. And no, it's no April Fool's joke. Watch on the 1st of April.
It's no joke, is it?
No joke.
And they're coming out for you on the 1st of April. Debbie Robertson, what am I like? She'll be bringing them to you on the 1st of April, so make sure you grab those. A lot of love for those in the comments. I love how they are just a bit different, as Debbie was saying. They're very modern as well, which is fantastic. We need to just recap the Explorers deal, because it's very, very busy. And of course, I think there's no better time at the moment to be exploring something new. I know a lot of you have got a lot of extra time on your hands at the moment. A lot of you are asking as well, what is the situation here? What's the dispatch situation like? Absolutely no problem whatsoever at the moment. There are people in the warehouse dispatching your products as normal for now, which is fantastic. And also all of our supply chains are still intact, so we're able, if you place an order, we're able to dispatch in pretty much the same sort of time that we always do, so you can order with absolute confidence. But the Explorer deal, a lot of you are loving this. You've got the Aqua Blend pencils here. Now you've got 12 pieces in this collection, which is fantastic. So you've got cherry, you've got rustic red, tangerine, sunbeam, sunflower julep, forest green, ocean, Oxford blue, berry, blush and bubblegum in that collection just there, as you can see. So that's what you need. Now, if you're going to colour, you're going to need something to colour, aren't you? So we've taken care of that as well. We've got a lovely stamp in this collection. And it is an unmounted rubber stamp. It is the Daisy Blossom stamp that you've got. You'll then need something to stamp it with. So we've given you one of our waterproof dye finesse ink pads, which is the perfect one for your watercolouring. And we're even going to include something for you to stamp onto as well. We've got that watercolour cardstock. So that really, I think, I mean, it's got a great gift maybe for yourself, which would be great. But also, if maybe you're putting together a bit of a care package for someone, you know, someone that you know is spending a lot of time on their own, maybe you need something to entertain them. That's pretty much good to go right there as a lovely little hobby in a box. $24.50 in the UK, $34.50 if you are in the US. However, I know there's a lot of you out there that might already have finesse ink pads, or you might already have the cardstock that you need to colour onto. So we do have some other options as well. We've got some larger collections in the range, and these are 24 pieces in each of these. You've got essentials, florals and naturals. So you just need to make a decision which one of those you'd like to go for, $29.99 or $39.95. I want to recap the details for you on the edgeables, because they are fast becoming the star of the show. I'm not going to run you through all the options again. I'm going to let Debbie show you them in more detail. But just get you the details for the edgeables. £42 or $65, as you can see here, saving 30%. You're going to get butterfly lace, Venetian scrolls, Edwardian rose, traditional lace, ornate henna, and heartfelt wishes. And when you get them all together, not only do you save you're saving £20.93 or $23.19, you're also getting in there as well the Pacific Centura Pearl that you can see there. You're saving 30%, which is brilliant considering it's a brand new product. Now I'm going to hand you back to Debbie because I know she's going to run you through some more of the great ideas that you can do with these. Have you got edgeables already? Either, you know, have you gone for these edgeables? Do let me know. Let me know the kind of techniques that you love, the kind of cards and creations that you love making with your edgeables in the comments, and I'll have a little look at them. But here's Debbie.
Yeah, I love that. We'd love to know what your concepts are and what you've done with them. And have you done any of the cards that I've already shown you tonight? Because that literally is just 3 at the moment. I'm going to show you another one because this one is one of my all-time favourites, which I absolutely love. Now, I wanted to show the edgeables again because the whole fact of edgeables is they create a concept. And that's exactly what we want to do with our crafting. We want to create that wow piece. So when someone opens that card, they literally try and work out how you've done it. They would think that you bought that card blank as it is, or you had it laser cut. And you don't, you just do it with the dies. What I love about the edgeables, with all the different designs, you could do a different design and a different card for someone all the time, and they would just never know they were used by the same set of dies, which is amazing. So this time what we're going to do, I'm going to use my edgeables down the side of my card. So I'm just going to grab my tape and tape that to the side there. So again, what's really clever about these edgeables is it makes it really easy to guide us where they need to go. So we know exactly that they will. I'm going to tape this in 2 places just so I know that will hold down. So just popping it in there. So make sure if you're ordering, grab your essentials, because it's really important to have things like the low tack tape. The low tack tape is amazing because it comes in 3 rolls. You actually get it in these tear off rolls, so you've got them. And if you have got the caddy, there is a caddy with a tear off holder that will put it in as well. So things like that, things like tape pens, they're all the things that you really want to go for. So I'm going to show you, now we say not to knock these, but I want to show you how easy it is. So if we just come into view again, I'm just going to show you how easy, look at this, if I just a gentle tap, all these bits come out of this die, and it's really amazing that the quality of the die that we're getting all those bits out so quickly, which means I can then place that again in no time at all on the other side. So we're just going to do this on the other side, lining up and positioning that line, and I'm going to tape it in 2 places again, at top and bottom. I've reused my same piece of tape, which is absolutely fine. And then we're going to run that through again. So what's really exciting about edgeables is the pure fact that you can use them more than once. There's so many, I mean, honestly, have a look online, have a look on YouTube, even going back to when we had edgeables in the past, because you will see so many different designs of what people have done and different concept cards that you can make with them. And they just look incredible. I mean, look at that die. This die is gorgeous. In fact, what's the name of this one? Let me find it. It's the Ornate Henna. It's gorgeous, isn't it? Yeah, that's really lovely. It's funny, isn't it? I need my glasses again, so. Right, so why I'm, let's just, and there we go, snip into there, and then I'm just going to snip on that corner. Now you could have lined it right up to the top there, but I actually quite like having that gap to make it look a bit different. And we're just going to pop that in there, snip that bit out the side. And then I'm just going to pull these off at the bottom, because can you see here, what I'm going to do is just bring in my guillotine, because I am just going to cut that bottom bit off, so that gives me a really nice straight edge, a little bit more. And that gives me the oh, I think I pulled that out before I... So what I am going to do, because I know the Centura Pearl is going really well, I'm going to cut one of these edgeables, I think, into some Centura for you. So just showing you this one. So we've got that beautiful die each side. Then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring in, let me just pop these all out the way and tidy up. So what I've done here is I've just used some of our stamps again and some of that gorgeous textured cardstock. And then what we're going to do is open up our card, and we're just going to stick this together. So it just makes a really quick, simple card. So what's really great about being able to use, I'm looking for my tape pen, and there we go, to being able to use all these things together is it makes crafting really quick if you want it to be, or it will make it as slow as you want it to be. So if you want to do more different techniques, if you want to put some embossing on there, stamping onto here, I mean, this emboss would look lovely. But look, bringing this down, look how gorgeous that works together. But what what I'm going to do, because what I was going to say to you is you could use your card this way. So if I put it here, you can use it that way. Oh, it slipped on the back. Put it that way, but I'm actually going to use it this way. So it actually, you can use both different ways. And the reason being is because I've got my stripper card and I wanted to put a sentiment. So this is the stamps, yeah, what I'm used on here is the stamps that are in the collection. So those stamps that you've been going for are there. So I've just stamped and gone around the edge, and then I've just stamped the little flower here, just in a completely different colour, which we're just going to pop onto the centre there. So all those swirls, all those backgrounds that you can see, thanks a bunch, that all comes with them. But look how beautiful that card then looks, really gorgeous. So that's another one. We've done 4 different concepts in this last couple of hours, so really amazing. So I'm just going to tidy up, grab myself some Centura Pearl, and then we're going to just cut some into that, and you can see how beautiful it looks. But back to Joe.
Okay, I just want to guide you through. We've got a great deal on the website on the Centura Pearl, which is about to showcase. And you can get 10 sheets for, I believe it's 4 for £10 on the website. I don't think my mic, I'm going to hand you back to Debbie, because I don't think my mic's working. Let me just hand it back.
Poor Joe, he's having a problem with his mic, but never mind, we're going to get that sorted out. But what I am going to do, I'm not sure what colours we've got, but I'm just going to grab, because I know that Centura, we've probably got all the colours that you can think of, but I'm going to use, as I'm in pink today, I'm going to use my fabulous fuchsia colour. I think it's cerise. I think it comes under cerise on the pearlescent cardstock, so the Centura. What I am going to do is I'm going to grab myself a scoreboard and just score the card in half. So I've got our score master that Sarah was using the other day, and I'm just going to find myself a scoring tool. It's quite a nice thing being in the craft room, because we can always grab everything at hand. I just love it here. I wish my own craft room was as tidy as the Crafters Companion craft room, but it's really not. So I'm just going to bend that over, and then we're just going to fold that. So I'm just going to tidy up a bit more. Joe is going to come back to you now. He's sorted his mic out, and then we'll come back and I'll cut you a concept card using this cardstock.
Muted. I was cut down in my prime, Debbie. I was livid. I was absolutely livid. Yeah, I just want to share with you some of the Centura Pearl that's on the website. So it is 4 of these for £10. You get 10 sheets. You get 40 sheets, £10, which is great. I'll just run you through the colours that you've got. Let me do a few at a time. Otherwise, you're not going to see them. It's not the black one, but here's all the other options that you've got. So you've got this one. You've got old gold. There is turquoise, anthracite, baby blue, chartreuse, which is lovely. You've got the pistachio, my favourite ice cream pistachio, mint green, and the lilac as well. And then, oh, it's like a workout holding all of these. You're getting a lot here. So you've got the baby blue, there is turquoise, it's not the black, you've got white, baby pink, canary, lovely, caramel, cherry. Oh, it's making me hungry, all of these. You've got platinum, the Snow White again there, fuchsia, Christmas green, oh, I'm making a right mess, guys. Christmas red, pumpkin, which is nice. It's almost a bit sort of a rusty orange, very, very lovely. You've got the lavender, as you can see here, deep purple, ivory, and there's also a mink there as well. Now, which 4 are you going for? Or is it 4? Maybe you're going for 8. Maybe you're going to treat yourself and go for 12. But all of them are there for you on the website. So make sure you grab them and get stocked up on those as well. Right, I'm going to hand you back to, well, I think I can give her the signal and see if Debbie's ready for us.
I'm always ready, Joe.
She's always ready. She's always ready for more crafting, our Debbie.
Always ready to craft. Who wouldn't be ready to craft? But they have such amazing things to work with, and it's so easy. Sometimes everything just comes to you and you just want to do more and more and more. Unfortunately, we don't have always the time. So it's really great just to be able to play and have a go. So what we've got here is so it was fuchsia. I said it right in the first place. It was the fuchsia cardstock. So I'm just going to use this to make almost like just a topper. So we're just going to lay this across. I'm going to pop that on my cardstock. I like to always cut down the side if you can. It just saves time because we don't want too many cutting points, but if you want to put it the other way, it will cut perfectly well. Like I did in the first demo, just use your metal shim and that will give you a brilliant cut. I've lost the end of my tape here. There we go. Just pull that off. and then we just pop that on. So I love the fact these have straight edges because it means the straight edge here, straight edge here, we can't go wrong. We're going to get that beautifully done inside our cardstock. So popping it on there. Now, Centura Pearl. Why do we love Centura Pearl? Why do we all love Centura Pearl? Why would you want to go for Centura Pearl? Basically, it is the most supreme cardstock. It has the most gorgeous shine on it. You can stamp on this, but you need something that's quick drying because it's a coated surface. So I'm just going to show you how beautiful. So, yep, there we go. I'm just going to pull that up. Look at this. Oh, I love this one. Absolutely love this one. It's very regal, isn't it? Is this the lace one that was in the lead? So yeah, this is the one, and I'm not surprised. I'm just going to pop them out. Now, what we say about Centura Pearl is it's 300. It's 300 GSM, but it's also got about a 10 GSM coating. It's absolutely stunning and beautiful. It's really something that just looks so gorgeous. Now actually, I'm just going to show you something that's happened. Now if I stand this up, can you see how wonky my card is? So no, we wanted it, that's it, the overhead, yeah, we can see there that it's actually warped my card. Now, has that happened to any of you out there? It's not a big deal, but what it means is there was too much pressure, so even though I'm on a 300 GSM cardstock, I'd actually put too much pressure down. Now, we have time, Laura, because I want to show everyone. Ah, that's really good. Just gonna knock my die, and I'm gonna do this again, but time. Now this is a really good tip of how to stop card warping. Now if you've got too much pressure on some cardstocks, which sometimes happens, what you would do is take out a shim. So I'm going to take out my magnetic shim and I'm actually going to put in my metal shim. We probably wouldn't even need that, but in fact I'm going to take both out. Let's give it a go. Now if you through now into your Gemini, what that's done is it's of pressure and it's taking that through, but it's allowing the die to go into my card. Now my card might not cut for time, and I'm not worried about that. I'm going to check it first. No, it hasn't. I can see it hasn't cut, but then I'm going to put in my metal shim to start with, because what's going to happen now, it will cut out, but it will not, it's slowly stretching the fibres of the card, which means it's going to give me a card that doesn't warp so much, which makes such a big difference. So I should have put that in to start. So that started to stretch my card. Then I can go back in. So put your metal one in to start with. Let the fibres of your cardstock go through. You can do this because it doesn't take very long seconds. It will then help to stretch the card and not make it warp. So it makes a really massive difference. So if you'll get warped card, just take out that extra shim and then you'll get a much better cardstock. So I can feel already that that's much straighter. That's given me a better card there to what this one has, because we've got a really wobbly surface on there. So just a really nice way to do your card by taking up the layer. So beautiful in the Centura Pearl.
Okay, I want to just recap, if I may, the stamps that we've got on the show. You're absolutely loving the edgeables. They are the star of the show, but the stamp is very, very busy as well. I'm going to quickly show you first a few feats that you can do with the stamps. There's a few samples here. Love the idea of fussy cutting that as well, and then just drop shadowing it, which is a great way to go. Then we've got as well this one here. You can see that is the butterfly background that we've got there. Really gorgeous. Again, if you want to get your colours involved, your colouring techniques, you're going to love doing that. This one here is I believe it's the perfect peening. This one just here, but again, really lovely. Heat embossed would look beautiful. And that butterfly image is really, really stunning. So loads of different things that you can do with these, loads of different ideas of how you're going to use them as well. Let me just run through the collections that you've got as well, because there's lots of different options when it comes to getting these. As always, with pretty much everything that we bring you here at Crafts Companion, don't forget you'll find full, you find loads of tutorials, lots of inspiration on our website. Even if you're not buying anything in the show today, I'd say go to the website anyway, because the website is such a wealth of knowledge when it comes to all things crafty. Let me just show you the different options that you've got with these. So you've got the beautiful peony, which is this one here, or you can go for heartfelt wishes. You've got Born to Fly. Now, the great thing about these stamp sets, I think, is that you've got such a variation of types of stamps. We've got a focal stamp here, big, bold stamp. You've got a background stamps here. You've got embellishing stamps. You've got sentiments, all within every single one of those stamps, which is quite fabulous. You've got feathered friends here. This one is Let Your Spirit Soar. I know that one is particularly busy. You've got Cherish Every Moment as well. Now, you can go for them individually if you want to. You can, of course, go for them as well on a 2 for £15 or $23. But the best way to get the best value is to go for the whole collection itself, because you're saving $14.94 in the UK or $24.70 in the US when you get them all in this configuration, which is a great way of getting them. Very, very busy on those. Loads of you still here commenting away as well. So loads of comments here. Any questions that you've got, still get them in. We've got about 20 minutes left with you on this Tuesday. So anything you want to know, anything you want to see, maybe you want us to go back to something, maybe you particularly enjoyed part of the show and you want to see it again, then you can let us know. And it can be any questions really whatsoever. Whilst Debbie is here, if there's anything you're struggling with at the moment, let me know and I will ask her. I'm going to hand you back because I can see Debbie's ready to crack on with some more crafting.
Going all night. We could just sit here, couldn't we, and craft. We have a craft along, so, but unfortunately we have to finish at some point. So, but don't forget, you can always go back into Crafters TV and watch all our programs, because they're all on there for you on YouTube, on our Crafters TV, and you'll be able to find all hints and tips. Right, earlier on we stamped the beautiful rose, the large rose. So I stamped this onto watercoloured cardstock. I mean, look at the detail in here. Now, what's fabulous about this, what you will see is the shading's been done for you, so you just follow that shading if you want to colour, and you can colour in any medium you want. But as we've got the aqua pencils on the show, we're going to show you how to colour with those. So I'm going to actually go in with my reds, I think. In fact, let's go in with this lovely deep red. So I'm going to pop my glasses on. I always forget, and then suddenly I can't see the finer detail. So pop them back on. Now, because I've got that shading on that darker shade, I'm going to go in with my dark colour and just shade. So it's slightly different to when we use alcohol inks. When we use alcohol inks, we start with our lightest colour because it's low, it's our more alcohol content, and then we go into our darker colours. But with pencils, it doesn't matter because they're all just going to blend beautifully together. So I'm just going in with that darker colour, going round the out die edges. So we love to do this. And again, I can't tell you enough how great this is for the kids to do with you, because it is something that's so easy for them to do, and they're going to get really, really good results. And you know, with some children, when they start to learn to colour, they get a bit frustrated because they go out of the lines. What's really nice about all of these stamps is that they have a really large stamp in each one. So the butterfly one, the rose one, the bird one, what you could do, you could cut it out, because they're easy to cut out. And if you cut them out, you could then give them to them, and it doesn't matter if they go over the lines, because they're not going to go over the lines, which is amazing. So I'm just going to keep going with these and just going round to here. Right. Now, so I've done a bit of that, a little bit more there. I'm just following those darker guidelines. I'll pop that. And then I'm actually going to add a little bit of orange. So pop in the orange. And I don't have to fill it, because actually what's going to happen is when I add the water, it's going to do that for me. And then I'm going to show you a really cool technique that you can do using your pencils as well. So lots of really fun things that you can do with pencils. And I'm only just scraping the surface because there is so much that you can do. And there is on YouTube and Facebook and wherever you go or type in on the internet with Crafters Companion, even on our website, we give so much inspiration and you'll be able to see all the different things that you can do. And what's really fun about this, so you can do your colouring, you can do this on multiple things. You could then take this with you. Say you're going somewhere, you might be visiting someone and going in. You might just be sitting in the garden. You could do all these, and then you could actually do your paint palettes and be able to just take them with you. You can leave this like this for as long as you want to. You don't need to do it and have to work on it quickly, which a lot of other mediums, so if you're colouring with pens, you would need to work with that straight away. If you're doing alcohol markers, you'd need to blend straight away. But with this, you can do it and then leave it for a couple of weeks and then go back to it and add your water. So we're going back to that magic colouring again, aren't we then? So, right, so we're going to add some water. I'm just going to start, I've used this one again, and it is, I don't want to do that because it will show you that it sometimes you can put too much water on when you've got a brush that's water filled, and I don't want to have too much water on here. And I'm just going to go in with my wet brush, but look how beautiful and vivid these colours are. And then we're just going to mix into that orange at the side. And it's just going to give us that really beautiful tone. You can get totally lost in these. I think crafting is at the moment going to be quite big because we have to stay at home. We're looking to see what we can do with ourselves and children. I mean, you might not even have children. It might be a case that all your children are grown up and you're just trying to find a hobby for yourself. You want to pass the time away. It's so relaxing. It's very therapeutic. And they just work really well. If you don't know what to get into, and maybe crafting has just suddenly risen its head to you, and you've just noticed that the world of crafting is huge out there, and you're not quite sure what you want to go for, the Explorer kit is really quite amazing because there's so much you can sort of get started with. Even our Joe has been dabbling in some of his colouring this last couple of days. So that's really, really nice. So just going to quickly finish up the leaves here, and then I'm going to show you a really cool technique that you can do. I'm not even worried about going outside the edges because all you would need to do, in fact, because they are watercoloured, you would just need to go over with a bit of water and mop that up. So, but look at the colours in there. It just looks absolutely gorgeous. So let's go on a bit of a close-up there. But look how gorgeous those reds and oranges work beautiful together. Right, now what we are going to do is I'm going to bring in my mister spray, so the Crafters Spectrum Non Mister Spray, and I'm going to actually just spray around my image to wet the cardstock. But look at that already, can you see it started to spread outside, which looks really cool. But what we can do, I'm going to bring in some sort of different colours. So let's bring in some blues. I've got my knife and I'm just going to flick some of the bits over the top. Now this is called the confetti technique, and it means that you can create awesome colours just around that look completely different. And it's just another effect of getting something that is fun to do. Now, because we were saying about crafting with the kids, if you don't want to use a craft knife around the kids, because obviously these are quite sharp, the other thing that you can do is your pencil sharpener. So when you sharpen it with a pencil, use those bits that come off, and you can give the shavings to the children, and they can use them with the little wood. So where they're shaving it and you've got the wood, that's absolutely fine, because then what you can do is you just take that off when it's dry, but still the little bits will stay on there. So don't worry about using things that maybe you're a bit worried where the children are involved. But it's just a really, really fun thing to do, and it's called the confetti technique. And you can see the more we sort of put on there, and I'll bring it to the front camera, then once that starts to dry, it just gives you a really cool look around that image. So really, really gorgeous. So have we got time to show another quick demo? Because what I do love doing is using washi tape. So has anyone got any washi tape out there? I'm sure we've got some online as well. Washi tape's really cool, but actually you could use your low tack tape as well, because that would do a fairly similar thing. But I like washi tape because it really does come off really easy. I've just put in strips over a piece of card. Now what you can do with your pencils is we can create a palette. So just bringing in a pencil. Now this is great for the kids because this is like doing them their own paint palette. So I'm just going to scribble, so you can sort of scribble. While I'm doing that, I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm turning my pencil because then you don't get one side blunt. So you're actually getting that even side all the way round. Now that has given me a colour palette on there. So doing my colours like that, it also gives you a sharpener as well. It's sharpening my pencils. So by rotating them, you can see that it's actually turning round and sharpening my pencils at the same time. So just doing some random colours. Now this is great. If you want the kids, let's just say, and I know we keep referring to kids, but I know it's something that a lot of parents, it's out there at the moment on Facebook where everyone trying to homeschool their children, they're trying to do more with them, thinking of things that they can do with them. You could do this. You could give your kids just some newspaper to go off and give them this. This is a paint palette. It's a paint palette because we can then go in with our brush. So I'm going to switch to my bigger flat brush and we're just going to pick up the colour that we've got on there. So first of all, let's go into that red. And what I haven't done, which I probably should have done, but it's actually working. So I'm just going to take that colour and just go on top here. Now what I didn't do, I didn't use watercolour card to create my palette, which is why it's not spreading very well. But actually, look, the more water I put on, the better it's becoming. So it's working fine. And then I'm going to go in for a different one. So we're going to go in, I've got all my shavings here, so it's actually flicking all shavings. So we might actually end up with some different colour cardstock. So just putting our orange on there. But look how well, in fact, it's actually, you can see my palette here. Look how well those colours are really blending in when we put that water on. So just putting these different colours. And I haven't washed my brush properly, so they wouldn't be as dirty as this. And then our blue, just at the bottom there. And then what I'm just going to do quickly is just give that a blast with my hot air tool, which just dries that off. But that does give me, that gives you the idea of doing that palette that you can do and to work it. So yeah, because actually a lot of you won't want your children playing with your pencils. I do let my granddaughter play with mine. She loves them, although she much prefers my alcohol inks, and my daughter doesn't really like me giving them to her because she always gets them over her fingers. Joe, have we got any questions?
Yeah, we do. So Anne has been in touch. She says, A, that she's desperate for a haircut because all the salons have closed where she lives. But she also goes on to say, do you use watercolour card for the palette or is it something less absorbent? What's the best one to use, Debbie?
Ah, brilliant question, which is what I just did. Now, because I didn't use watercolour cardstock, it didn't allow me to wash that so much, where if I'd used the watercolour cardstock to do the palette on, I would have been able to blend that a lot better. But actually I thought that was quite cool. I'm just going to bring it back in. It was quite cool how that did wash over the surface of my cardstock, and you can see just by washing that down, I've got no lines. All those scratchy lines have completely gone, so it shows how beautiful they blend with water, which is quite amazing. So I'm going to take off my washi tape. So this is just really cool at allowing to get these different effects. Look how cool this looks. So, and the more you put on, the more you can sort of create different effects on there. And I'm just going to find my stamp set that comes with these, and we can stamp onto that as well. So not only can you create backgrounds, you can also then stamp onto them as well. So just picking that one up. And then my watercolour. Now remember, you don't have to worry about what ink to use, because if you're going for the Explorer bundle, it's all in there for you. So you get the ink pad, you get your watercolour cardstock, you get all your colours as well. So just stamping that onto our card, and we've got that really unique background, and then being able to do that. So, but look how quick and simple that is, and how beautiful that looks just by masking that off. Really love that look. So there we go. So I hope you've seen lots of different techniques, lots of ways you can do. Make sure you just watch back all the time with these programs, because what we're here to do is inspire you and to give you as much inspiration as possible. We're going to hand back to Joe now and see what's going on in the world.
Absolutely, yes, loads of inspiration, always, these shows. The deals, unless they're sort of time-sensitive deals, some are only 24 hours, or they all live on, the shows live on the website. The deals are live for 48 hours normally. If you want to shop while you watch these, do that on our website. Hannah Law's message and says that has made me laugh. Was it Hannah Law's comment I was looking at? No, it was Gwen, sorry. She says that, I'm so ready for this all to be over. I'm starved of adult interaction. My hubby is driving me crazy with his singing. Gotta love him for trying to entertain me all the same. So, yeah, it really did make me laugh. Gwen also says that that looks fabulous, the card. I want to just recap on everything that we've got on the show for you. So, of course, the Explorer deal, which was so busy, is this one just here that Debbie's been taking us through. So you are going to get all the pencils that Debbie just showed you there, 12 different colours. You're getting the stamp included here. You're going to get the Finesse ink pad, and you're getting that watercolour card as well. So it really is something fabulous to get you started. Whether you're getting that for yourself, or a really lovely little care package maybe to drop round to a friend or relative that is maybe struggling to fill their time at the moment. That would be wonderful. Let me just recap with some pictures the rest of the deals that we had on this show. So the Edgeables, these are new. You won't have seen these before. They only just launched yesterday. They're very, very busy. You can get them all together with the cardstock there for £42 or $65, or they are also available on a 2 for £15 or $24, or you can even get them individually. But as always, the best way to get the best deal is to, of course, go for that larger collection. The stamps, very busy on these. 59 images in total if you go for these, and background stamps too. So the great thing about, excuse me, these is the sheer variety of stamps that you've got in each one of the collections. So you've got a real great focal point, big focal point, you've got backgrounds, you've got embellishments, you've got flourishes within each and every one of them. £45 or $65 gets you absolutely all of them. You're saving 20% on that. The out of this world deal is, of course, Cardstock. What we're seeing over the last week or so is a lot of you are really stocking up on the kind of essentials. So that's your cards, your adhesives, those types of things. So that's why we put this out of this world deal together for you. Matte black cardstock, craft cardstock, and that beautiful luxury silver. I bet the silver and the craft teamed together would look beautiful. $23.50 if you're in the UK, or $36.50 if you are in the US. Again, saving a fifth on that one, which is fantastic. Don't forget that 8x8 cardstock as well. You'll find that on the website. You've got all of the pencils as well that we looked at. All of the extra aqua blend pencils, you'll find all of those on the website as well. It's a real jam-packed week for you this week here on Crafters TV. We had 2 shows yesterday, and this is the second show today. We'll be back in the morning as well, 10 AM if you're in the UK, which will be 6 AM if you're on the East Coast, with a Sarah special. I'm cracking open the craft vault again. I've got 15 products at half price in the craft vault tomorrow. So there's a great reason to tune in. Thursday it's actually now going to be a Sarah cartload in the evening, and we'll be doing a preview UK in the morning as well. So there'll be a cartload and a cartload preview, and then another Sarah special coming up on Friday. So really there is loads for you this week here on Crafters TV. We know that a lot of you have got a bit of extra time on your hands at the moment, so we're going to be here with you, giving you lots of hints and tips and inspiration all the way through the week. Debbie, did you enjoy your last couple of days with us here at Crafty TV?
I just had the best time in the craft room. I love it up here at head office, and can I just assure all of you that we've took every precaution to make sure that we're keeping well apart and keeping everyone safe, so please do that at home as well. And I just want to quickly say, because I forgot to mention, that the new shadow dies that are coming out, we've got the numbers as well as the alphabet. So yeah, so let's just quickly show you them, because I forgot to show you them earlier, but you do have all the numbers there that you can do your ages with as well. And I'm just going to switch to the last one for the 0, so there we go. But amazing these are, so keep a watch out for them. They are on the 1st of April with Debbie Robinson at Create and Craft, so you're going to love them. But thank you, Joe, you've kept me entertained the last couple of days, and thank you all out there, it's been amazing.
Going back to the house on my own tonight. I'm going to be a bit lonely. Debbie was there last night. Yes, thank you for another great show here on Crafters TV. If you are in the US, enjoy the rest of your day. If you are with us in the UK or Europe, then have a great evening. And I'll see you back here tomorrow bright and early. Take care.